millions of patients, cancer patients, they are basically looking for an answer. Even if a fraction of those patients get their answers on time, whatever time I've spent is worth spending. So when you are into this business for more than 20 years, you know ins and out of the company or about the testing assays and procedures and the nuances of it, the hindsight of it, where we are still struggling. So cancer is evolving, and so the testing and the drugs are evolving too. Like every year, every decade, we get to know about more about new cancers because they are evolving too. So that our testing assays, so that our mechanism to deal with the cancer. So whole process is kind of like intertwined. So if the cancer is evolving, we have to come up with some certain assays which can detect the cancer on time, which can give you the right results. We don't want any false positivity, right? So all those, like, let's, for example, if it's a solid tumor, that's where most of the testing being done for cancer patient for any kind of tumor. What I have seen in cancer world is about false positivity. We don't know whether this cancer is specifically associated for this organ, or it's been originated from somewhere else. So you need a series of testing to get the results. So my technology, my concern was to how to get the right results on time. So make sure that the testing results are accurate and affordable in a timely manner. So I developed a technology where it did all three things at the same time. So my technology, which without exploring a lot about it, this is something that can help the patient to get their results on time, and at the same time, the millions of patients, cancer patients, they are basically looking for an answer. And with my work, with my technology, even if a fraction of those patients get their answers on time, I feel like my work or whatever time I've spent is worth spending it.
And that speaks really to that kind of cost aspect you mentioned, and so it's, I mean, it kind of stands out to me as like this, you're creating a win in a lot of different ways with a technology like this, because obviously the patient's going to be and their families are going to be very interested in, we need to know what we're dealing with quickly. And then, but for the hospital, the healthcare administration as well, and insurance companies, they're all looking at it from a perspective of, because I imagine kind of how, what it sounds like you're saying, the technology was sort of before what you created. It's like, let's throw 100 things at the wall and kind of see what's like, let's see, is it a lot of like trial and error testing? So it's a long process to kind of a process of elimination.
It is a very evolving process. It's not like an overnight thing that you tried and tested and you got the results. It is a very, I would say, long haul. It's like you continuously keep on testing. You do not have to give up. The failure should make you more stronger, and that's what this whole research world is. You are not guaranteed to get the final results as what you are intended to get it, right? It's something that we are basically trying to find a light inside a cave or in a dark cave. So you don't know which way you're heading, but it's just the confidence and the science. So if you have a scientific thinking, and if you keep trying it, obviously there are some finance parties involved, but if you think that yes, you're going in the right direction, I am pretty sure that you get the results what you intend to get. Obviously there are failures. I also failed multiple times, but I knew, as I said, since I knew the issues going on in the cancer testing world, so I knew what is lacking, where I have to focus, where I have to make sure that the technology what I'm developing would help a cancer patient. So again, the technology need not to have a rocket science kind of a thing. It need not to be very complicated. So long story short, it's something that can start with at a very basic, simple level, where you know that, oh, this is what is missing, this piece is missing. But if we reinvent this wheel on this piece, probably we can get the right results. We can get our answers correctly. So that's where I started my testing. I would say I did hundreds of testing. Again, going back to, it's been more than a decade. I visited India for a brief period of time, and I helped set up one of my friends. He was setting up a biotech company for the cancer testing. So I helped him out set up the biotech company in India. And then and there, I got a lot of opportunity because while I was setting up the lab, I had this kind of like an opportunity where I can explore something that is always in my mind. That is, I can think like this. Can I try this? So this is the thing that I haven't tried it, but since the lab itself was kind of like evolving and we are developing the lab, I had this opportunity where I tested it manually. I
Wow.
tested many samples because there were ample of samples that we were able to procure from different hospitals. Those tissue samples, we tested those samples, hundreds of samples, and then we batched them out, and we realized that yes, this is the result of what we are getting, and this can actually be fruitful, or this can actually change the dynamics of how we do the cancer testing, and this is how we got the encouragement, and we filed for the patent.
Wow.
And before that, we also kind of like published some papers, and it was recognized by multiple countries. And then we got the thing that yes, I think we are in the right direction. So
Got the spark that kept, kept you
there,
going. Yeah.
yeah. And then
That's
we
very cool.
keep testing, and we generated a lot of data, and then we submitted the data, and yeah, it was been accepted.
Yeah.
And there we are.
You had that's almost like, I think you kind of described some of the secret sauce of your story, or like the your competitive advantage, maybe, so to speak, in that you had that opportunity to tinker for a while, maybe even in an unofficial capacity, but you were able to kind of use that time where you were helping your friend set up a lab.
Yes.
to kind of explore.
Yeah, that's where this thing started actually.
You can check out our full library of episodes wherever you get your podcasts.